Hello, world. This is Chris Aballo's podcast experiment, and I am Chris Aballo. Welcome to the show where we, as you saw me, hopefully, if you're watching this on YouTube, as you should be, or if you're listening to it, that's okay too. I just started a timer on my phone. We're going to do a 1-hour episode because it's late. It's very, very late. Welcome to Cape 247, everybody. That's right. We're doing this right after we did last week's show. Ugo had to go because, he's a big baby. No, because it's super late. We were here for a long time before we started that show, which is why you should be supporting the show on Patreon, which I forgot to mention in the last episode. You'll have a whole chunk of stuff from the bits and pieces from the pre-show. Not everything, of course, because we're not going to do that. We're not crazy around here. We're not that. Well, no, we are crazy. We're not stupid. So not all of it is going to go out. However, if you want some pre-show nonsense with the two gentlemen who I'm flanked by, as well as Hugo Boy, then support the show on Patreon. Link in the description. Joining me, once again, please welcome back Christian Cortez.
Hola.
And Jason Enrique.
Yes, indeed.
And we even changed up the angle for this episode because less people.
Yeah.
So, because it's super late, I said, let's do it as a gimmick. Like, we're going to do a 1-hour episode because most shows, like Jason's,
late night special,
do a legit hour, but it's after midnight, and we're starting the show because we're all like, fuck it, let's go again.
To be fair, in the last episode, we were talking about an amazing movie that needed the hour and 40 minutes that we were talking about.
It did. It was the hour and a half before that we were just kind of dicking around and laughing, which is fine because we enjoy doing this. That's why we're still here, because it's like a big hang. So, and we enjoy doing it. And when we're here, it's like, that's the thing with the pre-show. And we kind of joked about it before, but the pre-show has become a thing because when we get together, it's usually every week is a different combination of people, but it's like, we hang out and we just start talking about stuff and we don't just sit down and start the show like it's a job because that would be very unnatural. And since the dynamic of the show is so much about, friendships first, but also just kind of hanging out and having fun and making each other laugh. It's like, we sit down, we start doing that right away. It's not always like, all right, everybody sit down. I can do the hello world. Here we go. That would seem very unnatural. Yeah. So the pre-show happens just because we sit down and we talk, and that's how it goes.
But that
also,
also
Christian for his hat and whatnot.
But that also goes to a testament about how, yes, we're podcasting right now. We've done several podcasts together, but this is just naturally us being ourselves. It just happens to be a microphone and a camera recording and taping all of this all at once. I mean,
like
this
these podcasts, they're no different than the fucking pre-show.
Right. I mean,
or any of the conversations we've had.
Me and this guy have had dinner often a couple of times, and our conversations are no different than when it's being recorded. So this is just our natural
That's
selves.
it. And same.
Is heat timeless?
Oh my gosh. But that's what it's about. It's about a hang. It's about getting together and just talking about, what's going on and having fun.
Sometimes you want to go where everybody knows your name.
I've said that I've used the Cheers theme song many times to refer to a shared universe.
Yes.
And it's true. But we have fun here, but it'll be interesting to see if we could talk for an hour about random stuff. We're coming in, last week, obviously, we talked all about the classic film, Heat, Michael Mann's Heat. If you skipped over that, if you don't give a shit about Heat, then maybe you came back today, and this is going to be a lot more random.
I don't know if I want you to watch this show if you don't give a shit about Michael Mann's Heat.
As a freshman, as someone who just got into it 3 weeks ago and finally just saw it.
I don't know if I...
But see, that's why dedicating an episode to it was important because I haven't talked to you about it at all. I just said that night after we watched it, I was like, we're going to do a pod and talk about it. So I haven't talked to you about it at all. So I'm so happy you were happy about it. Not to rehash, what we talked about for a long time last week.
Go check the episode, people.
Yeah, exactly. And
long story short, I loved it. First time I saw it.
Yeah.
Banger.
As I expected him to. And that makes me happy.
Yeah. Now we're going to talk about nonsense.
Now we're going to talk about a bunch of other shit. But I do want to talk to it's something I want to bring up because it hasn't really been addressed. Granted, the show's only been back for a couple of weeks and doing a short run in 2025. Yeah. But it has happened now at this point. It's something that was on my mind that we just kind of didn't get to in the last couple of weeks. But WTF with Marc Maron is finished, which I know he was a big influence on you. He definitely inspired me in some ways. There was a brief period of time, and granted that those episodes are vaulted. No, they're not available on Patreon. But for a while during the Cape Silver Age, when I would do shows from home, and I would do a little kind of monologue to open the show, and then would cut to the group chat or the interview or whatever it is I was doing. And that was kind of copying the WTF format of I'm going to talk directly to you for a little bit, and then we'll cut to the conversation. And that did inspire me in that regard. And
inspire theft. Who knows?
Well, I mean, I don't know that Mark invented it, but for all intents and purposes, that's where I picked it up. The format of doing it that way, of having an intro to the show and then cutting to the interview.
I mean, there's so many different stories out there to begin with how podcasts began. I mean, some people will say that Tom Green was the godfather of podcasting. Some people will even say that Opie and Anthony were podcasting before podcasting was an actual thing.
Ricky Gervais says he's the godfather of podcasting.
Yeah, so it's
anybody that says they're the godfather of podcasting, I don't know if I'll trust their word for it. Even though if they were at the beginning of it.
Maybe, but they're selling them on audiobook sites, and there's actually releasing them on iTunes.
Yeah.
I mean, Vito Corleone had to shoot whoever his name is in order to be the Godfather. He just didn't call himself the Godfather.
No, I think
everybody just knew. He didn't have to go around saying, I'm the Godfather, right?
Yeah.
Do you know I'm the Godfather?
It's going to kill me what the guy's name is that he killed. But either way, if you guys seen Godfather 2, you know.
And he hasn't seen any Godfather movies, but that's another
I told
discussion.
you that in confidence.
Bullshit.
No, I did. I told you specifically. I was like, please.
No one's going to come for you. Okay, film Twitter's going to come for you. But who cares?
That's
by the time this goes out, Twitter's not going to exist anymore, probably. Because, that's...
It's not even called Twitter anymore.
Yeah,
even though I refuse to call
actually.
it what it's called
I refuse to call it. We called it Twix for a little while.
Twix, yes.
In between.
But
don't worry. Separate. Let's talk about
they're...
WTF. Never mind. Forget you and your
yeah.
questionable taste.
Yeah.
I know WTF was an influence on you as a podcaster.
It was a huge influence on me. It was actually the first podcast that really inspired me to say, you know what, this is what I want to do. So there's really two mediums. So there's sports radio.
Of course.
Michael Kay show, and also with Don Hahn and Rosenberg, which is now still playing as we speak. But sports talk radio was really got me into it in the first place. I spoke about this on my show plenty of times, where in 2005, 2006, I tried to go to the Connecticut School of Broadcasting because radio was just my thing at the time. And I couldn't.
And radio was still what radio was for a long time.
Right.
In 05 and 06.
And I couldn't afford it. It was going to cost me an arm and a leg. I didn't have a job that was I couldn't even pay rent with my job that I had at the time. I was still living at home, and they didn't have any financial aid programs or whatever. So I basically said I'll just come back to this when I can, or maybe it just wasn't meant to be. Fast forward to the wave of podcasting, and I kind of got re-inspired by it. And here's a little tidbit that I'd leave out, but when it comes to Mark Maron and the WTF podcast, the first episode that I ever listened to was the Carlos Mencia episode, because I was admittedly and still kind of am a fan of Carlos Mencia, even though I know he has this horrible reputation. But I think as a performer, I think he's phenomenal. But whether his jokes are himself or whatever, that's another story. But I was intrigued because there was that, and there was also the Obama episode from WTF, and I just love how Mark just did everything and how he presented himself and the format and so on and so forth, and then just seeing all the people that he had on his show. I mean, all people from all walks of life, and I just loved how vulnerable and honest that these conversations were and so on and so forth. And I'm like, maybe this is what I need in order to find my quote unquote tribe. And that ultimately led me to finally go into podcasting. Now, it didn't go off smoothly in the beginning because I was waiting for everything to fall in place, quote unquote, until I finally realized, you know what?
That's the kiss of death.
Yeah, and I realized that if I don't get this done now, it's never going to happen. So, and I've told this story plenty of times on my show before, where I recorded my very first episode in my closet in my apartment because it was soundproof. It was only 5 minutes long, and I put it out there. I'm like, okay, I'm officially a podcaster. Now let me see if I can keep this train running. Now I'm about 198 episodes in, only 2 episodes away from 200, which is no small feat.
No, definitely not. I mean, over 1,600 episodes of WTF, which is crazy.
Yeah.
And, done independently, even though they've had, different deals when it comes to distribution and whatnot. But even that is like, I understood. It's one of those things you kind of thought was just always going to be there, because I don't know that anybody has definitively said, like, I'm done doing this on this format. But when you've had everybody on, pretty much everybody you would want to interview, where do you go from there? And I get that.
And you have repeat guests, too.
Of course. I mean, notoriously his final episode was once again with Barack Obama. And I understand the idea of like, I've been doing this for so long. I want to do something different. He didn't wait till he hit 2,000 episodes. He didn't wait until it was, a year that ends, an anniversary that ends in a 5 or a 0. He just said, you know what? I've gone as far as I'm going to go. I'm proud of it. It's time to move on to something else. I mean, you have to respect anybody who can end anything on their own terms. Like that's what everybody wants to do in whatever career they have. Absolutely, or whatever their ambitions are. You of course want to end it on your own terms. You don't want to be put down by somebody, or get cut off or kicked off or canceled or whatever.
And that has happened to me. I mean, I've been involved in other podcasts before where it abruptly ended because it just ran its course.
Yeah.
Not by my choice, but by other people's choices. So.
I mean, that's kind of the story with my original podcast was I kind of needed to sell everybody on let's go to 200 episodes and pack it in. Like I feel like if this thing's gonna whimper to an end, let's at least do something we can all get behind. Like, what do you guys say? We can back off the doing it weekly. We can miss some weeks here and there, but let's end it in December at 200 episodes. This was like May, and it was kind of like not a negotiation, but it was something where I said I think it would be satisfying to end it at this point because it seems good. We did 200 complete episodes, which is great. Yeah, like at least sounds intentional as opposed to like, all right, we did 168 episodes. I guess we're done, or whatever it would have been, at the time. So, yeah, the idea of just like, I have this catalog that's going to live forever. I mean, that's the thing, with all the interviews he's done, all the people he's interviewed. I mean, frankly, that was one of that will forever be part of the legacy of WTF is the only documented real conversation with Robin Williams, which Mark Maron has talked about, in that he wanted to make sure it was just him and Robin, because he said if there's even a third person there, then it could become an audience. And I don't want that. I want to just have an interview with him. And it is the most subdued conversation, as close as you would get to being a fly on the wall, having a conversation with Robin Williams as Robin Williams, not performing. And we all feel compelled to do that. So I understand that impulse, even though nobody is Robin Williams. No one ever will be again.
Right.
But the idea of going into performance mode, we all have that because we all know how to turn up the volume on that part of us.
Hello, world.
Yeah, exactly.
Yahtzee.
Yeah, we know enough people like that.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to
yes,
another
indeed.
episode of Live from the Secret Stash.
Yeah, like that's it. You know when you're getting into your shtickler.
Absolutely.
And
as soon as I say yes, indeed, it's off the rails.
Well, then, and everybody has their thing, so you
Yeah.
know. So to have like that kind of subdued, casual conversation while talking shop, which was another thing for Robin, actually talk about comedy and not talk about, so when you made Mrs. Doubtfire, did you know that it was, and all that stuff. That will be a huge part of the legacy. That was, that was when, before subscriptions and all that were common. That was, I guess it was 2012 when I bought, it was 99 cents. You could buy the episode on iTunes, which I was happy to do. I remember that was a whole thing around 2011, 2012-ish.
People were getting pissy about buying it.
Well, paying in any regard, because I remember, Kevin Pollak did Kevin Pollak's Chat Show, which was great, which I watched almost all of them because I enjoyed it, in part because there were video versions, but I still listened to. Tremendous interviewer, but also they would always be 2 hour, in some cases 2 or 3 hour conversations. Before that was cool and people were doing that multiple times a week. It was, I'm going to talk to this person. And it would be somebody like a John Landis or a Daniel Stern, and somebody who didn't do like a lot of interviews, or Christopher Guest, who didn't do a lot of interviews out of character. And he would have people on. And there was a point where it was, this thing just costs money. We don't know about charging a subscription fee. We don't know about donations and blah, blah, blah. And I just remember seeing comments or even like reviews on iTunes, because circa 2011, 12, that was where you got your podcast. Mm-hmm. And people just saying like, I wish him luck, but I'm not paying for a podcast. And I remember thinking, here's an hour episode of WTF for 99 cents. I'm like, you would pay $10 for if somebody released a stand-up album that was a 60-minute routine. The
same person
like
who's complaining about spending 99 cents on a podcast is probably going to spend $10 at McDonald's.
Well, and that's the thing. I'm like, why would you not?
Yeah.
Like, it's an hour, and you own it. I mean, in as much as we all know the questions when it comes to buying and do you own anything digital. Yeah. But in my case, I do, because I downloaded it and I will have it forever. But as long as I have it on a hard drive somewhere, or backed up in the cloud. But I thought, okay, yeah, I will gladly pay $9. And there's certain episodes he put up for sale. I think my entry point into WTF, it definitely was 2012. Pretty sure it would have been Craig Ferguson because I was such a huge fan of the Late Late Show. One of the biggest influences on Cape in terms of the chaotic element of it.
Best Late Show.
My favorite for sure. The best ever do it, in my opinion, is David Letterman. My favorite, though, was the Late Late Show with Craig Ferguson.
I was more of a Conan guy, but either way.
I mean, I love Conan. I respect Conan. I've heard nothing but great things about Conan. But as far as the show itself, as far as the one that I enjoyed, the anarchic elements of that show was tremendous for me. But that's where I saw he did an interview on WTF, and I was like, okay, I'll check it out. I think that was my introduction to the show.
You just mentioned the Scottish accent. That's all.
I do a pretty good Craig. It's a little late now, so it's not going to sound as good. I'm not going to put it out
But
there.
I'm just saying, like, you pretty much base it around Craig Ferguson, what he did. You just minus the accent.
Oh yeah, I mean, there's definitely a chaotic element, which would make you my robot sidekick. Yeah, I mean, a second in command. That's something.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be cool if you were a Muppet sidekick?
It'll happen one day. I'm gonna have a Christian. I'm just gonna have a puppet with a high voice on my right arm. That's gonna talk when Christian's unavailable, or when he fucking quits out of rage.
What are those two guys that they're always up on like the mezzanine?
Statler and Waldorf.
Yes.
They're just constantly.
The show has Statler and Waldorf, so we just don't have a camera on them.
Oh my god, that'd be so funny.
But I get it. I get him saying, you know what, we're done. Like it's the end of the show.
But anybody who was going into like a traditional format, which was like the late night, and going into it and being like, no, I'm gonna do this my way, because everybody like late night shows, they all had their fucking
you're talking about
format.
Craig. Oh, okay.
Yeah, they all had their fucking format. So Craig comes in and is like, I'm gonna have fun with this. Every fucking interview, he rips up the notes.
Eventually, yeah, because it became. I mean, he did an episode without a tie, and it was like, no, you have to wear a tie. It's like there were always those things. You have to wear a suit. You have to wear. There were always those little things. But even like him, I'm growing a mustache. It's the little things like that, which would be a fun through line.
But even in relation to podcasting, like in the beginning, it took people going into it where it was like, let's have these kinds of conversations, not just like, hey, what was Mrs. Doubtfire like?
Right. You can dig deeper.
Which
I love.
That's why I have no problem. Like I'll be honest, it was a little before my time. Podcasting really didn't start for me until I started working here, which was like,
you weren't listening to anybody on the regular or anything like that?
Really? Like, it was. I don't know. Like I had heard, of course you hear about it, you see it a little bit. Like I just wasn't like that tuned in per se.
Okay. You weren't following anybody.
Yeah, like I wasn't even that huge of a Kevin fan yet when I was in high school. And then finally my friend was like, watch Clerks, all the things. Oh. Right. And then podcast.
I mean, that's the age to watch Clerks anyway, So if we're being honest, when you're in high school.
So yeah, no.
So in my senior year.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. I was a sophomore? No, junior. I think I was a sophomore.
No, I was a junior. I apologize.
I saw Chasing Amy first, actually, and then went back and watched Clerks because my friend wanted to rent it.
Actually, believe it or not, my first Kevin Smith movie I ever saw was Dogma.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Mine too, technically.
Yeah. Really?
I've told you this story.
I did want to see Chasing Amy, and I apologize. I did want to see Chasing Amy first, but I kind of grew up in a little bit of a conservative household where as soon as there was the lesbian element, I was forbidden to watch something like that.
Oh, but the Buddy Christ, totally okay.
Exactly. Or the shit demon.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, of all things, yeah.
That's
a black apostle. What?
So that's the exception. So
yeah. But no lesbians.
My mom and dad.
This is the same household. I'm sorry.
No, go.
This is the same household where I wasn't allowed to listen to rap music that had curse words in it, but we had no problem watching Scream and Scarface at night.
Yeah, but this is culture. But
this
is not our culture.
Have you not seen the end of Scarface? This ends horribly. Like, why are we celebrating this thing?
Yeah, this rapper will love Scarface.
Yeah, I know. I think rappers who love Scarface. I feel like they never watched the end. The best thing about Scarface ever was 2022 holiday special was our friend KP Burke. Scarface is like Old Yeller. I shut it off right before the very end. Perfect. So best joke ever about Scarface.
So I'm sorry, Christian. I apologize.
No, it's fine. It's
he interrupts everybody. Don't feel bad.
Dogma was my first movie monster.
Really?
Check this out.
Damn.
I was 97 is Dogma or 98?
98.
98. So I was a youngin'.
Sounds about right.
And my dad must have had the hookup because we had like a pristine copy of Dogma at home.
I got mine from Blockbuster.
This was definitely not from Blockbuster.
99. I'm sorry. Came out in 99.
Okay.
So
You're saying in Jersey City you didn't have a legit copy? Is that what you're trying to tell me? I don't believe you.
Bro, their movies.
Nobody's coming. The FBI is not coming for you now.
There are copies of movies that I realized to this day I've only seen in bootleg form.
Dude, I bought my first bootleg in Jersey City. It was Con Air.
Oh my god! I remember, dude. There was this barbershop we used to go to that, like, you go through the back and they're like, "What movie you want?" And they had everything. I remember one year they had all like a bunch of kids movies. They had like Polar Express or Fully Loaded and all these bullshit. And I was just like, "What the fuck? I didn't know these movies were out." Yeah.
Yeah, they're out.
Yeah, they're out, all right.
Yeah, it was John Lovitz. Yeah, they're out. Yeah, that's a ticket.
But no.
Yeah, they got released already. You missed it, kid.
So my dad had a bootleg copy.
Didn't know how to John Lovitz in me, did you?
So we had a bootleg copy of Dogma. And I guess one night they just left it fucking playing in the house. And I stumbled into their room at the exact moment the shit demon came on screen. And apparently I woke them up from how loud I screamed. They were like, oh God, no. And then years later,
Christian refused to sit on the toilet.
Years later, I'm working for Kevin, and they're clearing out the stash, and it's funny because I actually captured this on video. They're clearing out the stash, and they found the head of the fucking demon in the attic of the stash.
Wow!
And I had a visceral reaction to seeing it. Like fight or flight, and I've seen Dogma like multiple times by this point. But the second I saw it, and then I was like, "Oh, it's fucking bubblegum!" It's bullshit. Like it's just a fucking rubber mask.
Right.
Like it's disintegrating.
But in your nervous system, you're like, "Oh my God!"
Literally, and I was so surprised by how quickly I was ready to whoa, like go into it. But no, it was Dogma was my first real movie
That's
monster.
funny. The Gargoth
hilarious.
was your first movie monster.
Because I had this weird fear of things overflowing. And when it came up through the pipes, I was like, nope, I'm good. And then I see it, and I'm like, that's the worst thing I've ever seen in my life.
Wow.
I love that story so much.
Oh, my God.
That's
you know
awesome.
what? You're making me think of it, because I was reading something the other day, as we're talking about things, culturally maybe that don't make sense. As a white man, I have a question.
Okay.
So there is, I know you guys are all ears. You're like, and
What
is it?
Let's just start off this way.
Let's see how this
Straight out of
goes.
liquid.
Let's see how this goes. Let's wait for him to slip up. Wait for it. Wait for it. So, there was an article I was reading about. Long story short, what an infinitesimal number, a super small number. Let's say that because it's too late and I'm probably not pronouncing that word correctly. A really tiny number of folks in the Latino community who use the term Latinx to refer to themselves. Now, maybe it's being a child who came of age in the 90s when there was a wave of political correctness, but I have used the term Latino to refer to anything Latino. But people who I've been now living in New Jersey and living in Southern California, being around what I would regard as Latino folks, they tend to refer to themselves as Hispanic. So, and I'm like, am I saying the wrong thing? Because I'm not,
It depends on the barbecue you're going to.
Okay, now that's at least something. Go on. No, but all right, Latinx, I realized, it was funny. It was like basically just
It's funny.
regarded as a term white people use.
They tried putting that shit on. I'll never forget that. Yeah, they tried putting that shit on us in like middle school and high school.
Latinx?
They tried to make that a term that we would adopt. And
I'm super old because I don't remember this at all in school.
so,
Dude, he's like 10 years younger than you.
I must have been in maybe 7th or 8th grade going into high school when they tried to make that a thing. And I remember hearing it and I was so kind of like, wait, what? Like, no, I'm Hispanic, I'm Latino. Like, what's going on here?
Right.
So I just remember completely ignoring it. Like, they would I remember it was on an intake form or something. Like, it was an option. Yeah. And I was like, where's Hispanic?
Flipping the page around. You're looking to see if there's a Spanish copy of it.
He's like, no, I was looking for where's the what's this term that you're trying to make us adopt?
Right.
Is it to make yourself feel better, or is it like?
Well, yes, because
to put
obviously
us more into a box
with regard to the conjugation, because it'd be Latino or Latina, masculine, feminine form, that's how the language is structured. Unless you're going to rewrite the language, which would not be the call of the white man, then it's not going to catch on. Yeah. But okay, so I guess my question is kind of in two parts. Mm-hmm. Is there any negative connotation for anybody referring to anything in your respective heritages as Hispanic? And is there is Latino one way or the other as far as how you go, not in regard to me, like how you go about your day? Like, does it move the needle at all for either one of you? Does either term mean one over the other?
No.
Is there any offense attached? Because I know why people obviously
I
steered
can
away.
Speak for myself. I'm not.
Well, that's why I'm asking, because
Right,
I don't know. I'm thinking about this because I just read this and I'm like, oh, I'm in perfect company to actually ask this question.
Well, first of all, I would have to ask who wrote whatever you read. Was it a Latino person, Latinx, white person? I mean, it really depends on their perspective on who wrote that article.
The article was written by an author named Lily White. I cannot confirm it's a real person.
Okay, all right. It's probably ChatGPT.
Yeah.
It's either
AI wrote it,
or the snowest white person.
I mean, it was a study basically. So I don't know who wrote the article, but it was based on it was something like. I mean, I think on the high, I don't remember what the number was, but it was like maybe 2% of Latinos use the term Latinx, and I thought, well, those need to be.
Yeah.
I was like, those need to be teenagers, right? That's where my mind goes. I'm like, oh, that needs to be like, oh, we can't use a masculine or feminine form. It needs to be a neutral.
I honestly don't
term.
care. I mean, I think it really depends on the person, unfortunately. Like, I'll give you an example where I have a friend of mine who is a female, but she doesn't want to be referred to as an actress. She wants to be referred to herself as an actor.
I get that.
Yeah.
I've heard that a lot.
I get that as well. But
I haven't heard that, really.
Yeah, but I mean, that's the only person that I know that follows that. But me personally, I don't care. I think it really all depends on, like, if you were to call me a Latino or Hispanic, I wouldn't even think it one way or the other.
Okay.
Yes.
See, that's what I mean, I don't think my speech habits are going to change really. So I'm probably going to continue saying Latino because I've been saying it for years. So, but I didn't necessarily think there was anything negative about the term Hispanic.
It's not,
Yeah,
if
I wouldn't have thought so, because
that's on them.
If Latinos are saying Hispanic, then I'm like, is it okay for me to use Latino, which I've never gotten any pushback from it. So I didn't think there was. But at the same time, I thought, well, I guess Hispanic isn't really, there's no conflict there either.
There isn't.
Okay.
I think that whoever, I don't know, I call bullshit on this study a little bit.
I mean, as far as the study was not about that. Again, it was about using Latinx. It just got me thinking about Latino versus Hispanic.
I just think that that's another situation where people are trying to just bite off more than they could chew. Like, why are you trying to overcomplicate things? I get intentionally,
like looking for a problem,
right? Either that, or I understand that you're trying to make things easier, but in a weird way, you're kind of making it more difficult. I mean, it's almost like work smarter, not harder.
Yeah, hence my confusion when Latinx was a thing that was trying to become more and more relevant. Yeah. Thankfully, I've kind
What's Latinx? Yeah. I don't understand. What's on this form?
Legitimately, dude. Like, it was so stupid.
This is a Disney movie I need to see.
But I remember, like, it also tapered off. Like, I haven't heard it brought up again in the last, like, couple of years. Which is interesting. When you said it again, I was like, oh my God. I remember when that
there was a moment
to be a thing.
Well, I mean, listen, when I was a freshman in high school, the discussion about Ebonics being considered a legitimate language or dialect, or I don't remember exactly what they classified it as. But no, that's freshman year of high school. And my freshman year English teacher, who was a black woman, was very against it. She was not in favor of Ebonics becoming a thing at all. And it was a discussion. It wasn't a lengthy discussion. I mean, it was probably one class, out of 200 classes we had that year in freshman English, but it was a moment where it's like, is this going to be a thing? Maybe not.
I mean, not to offend anybody, and that's totally not the intent here, but that's
100% his intent, everybody. That's exactly what a person who's about to say something wickedly offensive would say.
To wholly offended.
That is completely.
Well, I mean,
what he means.
This is like I think it's, if I'm not mistaken, it started from the LGBTQ plus community, because there are people that have been transitioning and so on and so forth, so they don't want to be known as either a Latino or a Latina. So X is just making it.
It's make it gender neutral, right?
Right, exactly.
So the intention, I get.
That's my point. Yeah, the intention.
But speaking the language. Again, everything, every adjective, everything is masculine or feminine form. That what corresponds to masculine or feminine form. So you have to restructure the language. Like, it's not. I'm not saying it necessarily hurts. I just don't think it helps.
Have you ever seen the movie?
Confusing.
Have you guys ever seen the movie 187 with Samuel Jackson?
Years ago, yeah.
Okay.
I don't remember. I saw it's streaming somewhere, and I was like, I watched that again, but not in a long time.
Yeah, so I've pretty much memorized that movie because I used to watch it a lot.
But okay.
I personally thought it was a fantastic movie, but that's just my own personal opinion. Mm-hmm. But I do remember there was a scene where there's this Mexican girl, the student. She comes in and she's all angry because she's afraid of failing her class, but she's blaming it on racism. And Samuel Jackson's character is like, just because you're Latina doesn't mean that the other two. And then she stops him and goes, "Hey, I'm Chicana, okay?" So apparently there's people out there of Mexican descent that want to be known as Chicana or Chicano as opposed to Hispanic or Latino. So it really depends on the person, and it just complicates things more, honestly.
But just from our perspective, like, it doesn't bother me. It clearly doesn't really bother you. No. But again, it's just ask us. Like,
it's a personal thing.
Yeah.
And I get that. I know, like I said, I never got pushback from Latinos, so I didn't think there was anything wrong with it. But at a point, I mean, in the last couple of years being in Jersey, I'm hearing people refer to themselves as Hispanic or other, as using the group, referring to the group as Hispanic. Right. And I thought, that's really interesting.
I've definitely leaned more saying, well, at least the saying Hispanic than saying like Latino. I think just that's how.
And this is coming from somebody that doesn't even speak Spanish fluently. So
same.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of comes back to like one of my favorite episodes of Fresh Prince, where Will and Carlton are trying to get into this black fraternity, but they won't accept Carlton because he's not down, as like he grew up like rich and conservative.
Oh, right.
And one of the best lines in that episode was, "Being black isn't what I'm trying to be; it's what I am." So that's basically how I look at it as a Hispanic who is from this country and doesn't speak Spanish fluently.
We were born here,
but I still consider
we were born here. We just want to say it.
Yeah, but I still very much consider myself a Latino, Hispanic, whatever the case may be. Yeah. It's just part of my culture and my heritage.
Well, sure. I know people who are culturally Jewish who don't practice, right. But socially and whatnot, they're not personality, but they're like socially, like they participate in different, they don't practice the religion, but there are elements that are considered Jewish, within their traditions, within their
like they may
not, like their speech, the way that the way they speak.
Like they
and
might
everything.
not fully practice it all the way, but they still celebrate Hanukkah and all that stuff.
Yeah, socially.
Yeah,
like exactly. That definitely comes through. Like that's and I always found it funny when I've met people and they say I'm Jew-ish.
I haven't heard that. But
you never heard that? Oh yeah. that always makes me laugh because I was like, okay, you are you culturally identify. You just don't practice the religious part of it, which is it's true. It's culturally, like I'm an American. Culturally, I observe different Italian traditions and whatnot. But I mean, I am an American, another spoiled American brat, compared to what other cultures would say.
Born in the USA.
Hey, don't misrepresent what that song's about.
Oh no, I know.
Don't go doing that. So we're talking a bit about movies. This is something that I kind of had on the back burner, but it seems to, even though this is going up in a couple of weeks, it seems to constantly come up. So it was announced like on the day, like as of today, HBO Max, rates are going up. Effective immediately. And
what else is new?
$20
even after, even after like. Jimmy Kimmel was temporarily pulled off. Like as soon as he's back in the air, it's like we're raising the cost of Disney Plus by $2 a month. It's like really right now you said millions of people cancel, and now you're talking about a rate hike. I mean, I've been saying it for a while.
Disrespect.
We talked about it a bit in the pre-show in the last episode. We were talking a bit about King of the Hill.
Cable again.
And but is it worth it? Because I've said I can literally let all the streamers go. I let my Amazon Prime membership lapse because I wasn't really watching anything on Prime Video. And, I rarely order less than $35 worth of stuff from Amazon because $35 and up, it's free shipping anyway. It's not necessarily 2-day shipping, but 3-day shipping or 4-day, big deal. It's something I need so urgently that I can't get at the store that I could wait, a couple of days if it ships and if it's free, whatever. If I had to pay the $2.99 and have it shipped right away, whatever.
Yeah.
But I said no. My mother said, no, I'll pay for it this year. And it wasn't even a matter of the money. I was just like, I don't really need this thing. It was just kind of extraneous cost.
I let my mother said, Amazon lapse. It just sent me an email about it like, hey, where are you? And I'm like, I don't need you right now.
Well, that was it.
Invincible's not on right now. Fuck out of here.
I love how sometimes these streaming services try to gaslight you like Peacock. I haven't had Peacock in a while because there hasn't, like you, I haven't really had much to watch on there. Yeah. And then they send me an email going like, hey, Jason, we miss you. Sad face. Like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, they try to act.
Hate
like
that
try
shit.
to personalize it like someone's like a friend is emailing
you. Ain't my fucking friend. This is an exchange of services.
Yeah,
I almost hate that as much as people that clap on the plane when they land the plane.
Oh my God, yo, facts.
Yeah, we shouldn't be celebrating something completely expected. Supposed to clap for extraordinary.
The guy did his job. Okay, I'm a truck driver. I get to my destination. Nobody claps for me. God damn it.
Yeah, exactly. You're like, hey, he made it here. Is all the cargo here? Hey, another round of applause.
You know what,
dude?
Jokes aside, the last time I was on a plane, I did partake in the applause because oh my God, was that flight rough. And
I think that's the exception.
Yeah, that could be, but not every single one. That's unnecessary.
We landed so hard, I thought we crashed.
Jesus.
I think you would have known.
Turbulence, but there's rough landings. You feel it when you land a plane.
I've definitely had some landings.
I was landing this plane.
Dude, it felt like we hit fucking pavement first.
Stevie Wonder.
Then they put up the fucking landing gear.
Really? Yeah, it was a bar.
It was rough. And also, big guy, tiny plane.
Yeah.
I'm like white knuckling the whole fucking time. I'm just like
in the middle seat, like, oh my God.
Yeah, and I don't fly all the time. So
that's it too. You kind of forget how.
So yes, I'm with you because I fucking hate it. But at the same time, sometimes I'm glad to be alive.
Yeah.
So
by the way, Chris, real quick, when it's like 5 or 10 minutes up, can you let me know because I want to play a little game towards the end.
Okay, yeah, for sure. Well, we are. All right, we got 22 and a half minutes left.
Okay, great.
So we're doing all right. But yeah, the prices for me, what it comes down to for me, and that's where it was at the Prime, which my mother, what I was saying, she offered to pay for the next year because I order stuff for my parents and have it shipped to them. So for that, it's more for the convenience of the shipping than it is for, Prime Video content, because that's how everybody talks now. But when it comes to the price of everything, I just can't help but, for me, I could let them all go because it's not worth it. When you look at what everything costs, like I was looking at them earlier today in preparation, and this could very well change in a couple of weeks between when we're recording and when it goes up. But it's like, HBO Max, okay, it's $11 basic with ads, which basically is
the
commercials.
It is, and it's for every 30 minutes you're going to get 7 to 8 minutes of commercials for every episode of something you watch.
And it's always the same commercials, the ones that we saw previously.
Is.
At least with regular TV, we had a different variety of commercials.
Yeah, every show has a different block of commercials based on what it is.
It's so different now.
Yeah.
So I haven't had real cable in a very, very long time. And
I've never
finally... I was just at a family member's house and they had Nickelodeon on and I was like, none of these fucking commercials are tailor made for this block.
Yeah.
They're showing remember when we were growing
Tide
up
and Fruity Pebbles and
there was fun commercials.
Yeah.
I'm watching Nickelodeon, I'm getting an Allstate ad?
It's like
I would watch Rocko's Modern Life and then next thing you know,
dryers.
I'm watching Rocko's Modern Life, and then the commercials would be something from Mattel or something like
that.
that.
Something you would think
belongs on Nickelodeon.
Now it's do you have scaly, flaky nails?
Yeah. Do your knees touch when you sleep?
The fuck?
Talk to your doctor today.
Do you find yourself going to sleep at night and waking up in the morning?
Yeah.
Do you find yourself
Do you wake up
sad?
tired in the morning? Oh my God. Yeah. Everybody wakes up tired in the morning. It's kind of the thing. But I honestly have said, because password sharing, it's going to come to an end. Everybody fucked that up because when Netflix said, all right, that's it. It's per household. Idiots went and millions of people signed up for accounts instead of we could have drawn a hard line and be like, no, family accounts are totally a thing.
Right.
But since there were like 8 or 10 million, I don't remember how many millions of signups for new accounts, once people were cut off from Netflix, now everybody's going to do it. And it's already started. Disney's doing it. HBO Max is doing it. I'm thinking none of these is worth the monthly cost for any of them. Because again, HBO Max, the basic plan with ads is $11 a month. The premium ad-free plan is $23 a month. And even if you pay annually, $230 a month, almost $20 a month for, I wouldn't watch $20 a month worth of HBO Max stuff. Because there's not enough original shows.
In
there's
the
not
beginning,
enough,
yeah. When
but
HBO
as
Max
it is
first
now.
started,
As it's
I
currently
would
constituted,
justify it.
not so much.
But
yeah.
as it stands right now, it's my least favorite platform aside from I liked the new Superman movie and I've enjoyed rewatching that a couple of times. That
for $20 you can own it. You can buy the disc.
Exactly. But
that's what I've been doing with Prime. Like now I've been watching more purchases than I stream. So
and that's exactly it. I'm thinking when you can buy a movie digitally for $5 or you can buy it on disc. And again, when you're looking at that per month, I'm just like, that's great. Disney is the only one who, when they launched, I said they're doing it right because they actually have, it's a hub for their catalog. It's it wasn't all the Disney stuff on day
now
one.
It's also going to be the hub for Hulu.
Well, that's it. Right now, there's still two separate services, but it's going to be folded into Hulu in 2026. But it's like $19 a month. And $190 a year, so you're still talking about $15-16 a month.
But with Disney, that's different. It's like you look at what they have a little bit closer, because listen, maybe it's not free, maybe it's not your cup of tea, but like you have all their fucking animated movies. You then have now all of Hulu's catalog that then gets interchanged. You have anything that they have produced with Marvel, Star Wars, Pixar,
I own that stuff though.
Yeah, you own it, but that's not the norm now. So,
no, I know it's not, but I'm just saying.
So for us, it doesn't really make much sense. Maybe less so for you, but for me, I don't really have access to my library at that point as much anymore. So it makes sense for me to spend that much, especially if I'm going to get Disney Plus and Hulu.
Well, ad-supported Hulu.
I actually have the package of Disney Plus, Hulu, and HBO Max.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I don't think it's available anymore. I think they switched it to ESPN now. But honestly, believe it or not, as much of a sports fan I am, I don't watch ESPN that much. I only watch it if there's a certain game that I want to watch. I don't care about all these.
You don't want to hear speculation 23 hours a day because that's all sports shows are.
Right. I don't.
It's all speculation and recaps.
And all these debate shows that are all for clickbait and so on. I don't care about any of that stuff. If
you want to hear Stephen A. Smith call out shit,
don't even,
you saying that gets tired?
Ugo's favorite
as someone who doesn't watch sports.
Listen, if I want that, I'll just listen to sports radio for free. So
yeah, no, I get
it.
It's
usually better.
In a case of now, for me, the big thing was the whole Simpsons catalog. But even that can be had. Yes, they stopped releasing them on DVD. I think at season 19 or something like that. What,
yeah, but
36.
Simpsons, Family Guy, even Futurama now.
Mm-hmm. But you can also buy them digitally. You buy the season for $20, and then every week the episode will be available in your library. Instead of $20 a month for access and then owning nothing. And that's kind of where I'm at with that because I'm I can buy. Listen, I enjoyed I enjoyed Muppet Mayhem, which there will be no more episodes of. I don't know that it's available to buy digitally. I don't think it is. I think it's an exclusive. It can be had on disc. Yeah. And, the Muppets ABC show, which I loved from 10 years ago, which I can't believe that was 10 years ago, that's available for purchase digitally. And I'm thinking, there's nothing on. It's nice to have access to the library, but I'm thinking this was brought up when it came to Spotify. I was reading another article, which was actually written by a journalist, talking about how the physical media and the expense of streaming versus or basically buying something versus paying for streaming. And it was when you're, say you have a Spotify account, most likely you're listening to the same songs or the same albums and whatnot. You're not constantly discovering new things that you were then adding into a rotation. So they said basically at the end of the year, you're spending $120 to listen to the same stuff when essentially you could have bought, odds are you're not listening to 12 albums or 120 different songs. You could have just bought the songs digitally or bought the albums or what, digital or physical, but you could have just bought it and you're listening to the same stuff. Instead, you're paying and you own absolutely nothing and you could lose access to it because of licensing deals like that. And that is one of the frustrations. That's one of the reasons I'm still, aside from preferring physical media, and I can compare the quality of streaming to the quality of discs, which people say all the time, like streaming's going to get better. Fine, but I've looked at both of them, and it is different. I actually compared because I hadn't watched the second X-Men movie in a long time, X2.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm going to pop in this Blu-ray. And actually rewatching King of the Hill, even though it's all available on Hulu, I watched the first 6 seasons, or the first 7 seasons actually on DVD because I own those on DVD. And I said, you know what? I enjoyed the tactile experience. I'm going to put in the Blu-ray of X2 because I have the first 3 X-Men movies in a box set.
Yeah.
You're also forgetting
and the color was different, but the coloring was different. It was darker, and it's like a brighter. It looks brighter, the streaming version of X2, and I'm like, that's different. And I'm even looking at the reviews of the disc.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, like even that was a different. I mean, if that's how it's going to live, so be it. But I mean, when I look at the cost of everything, I mean, like Peacock's $17 a month, Paramount Plus, $12.99 a month. I'm thinking there's not enough. And with everything being, you get 10 new episodes and that's it of certain shows a year. Paramount, Peacock, Disney, HBO, they're not putting out enough stuff that year-round I'm interested in that it's worth paying. I mean, even if you go with the annual plans, and Netflix doesn't offer an annual plan, and they're like $25 a month.
It's like it's thinking now quarterly. It's like, all right, quarter one. What do I want? What's coming out around quarter one? Oh, maybe I want Hulu because that's got the
because Alien Earth is coming out, and I will watch that or I'll get that.
But
and
then
blah, blah, blah.
Final quarter of the year, maybe I'll get Netflix. Why? Because Stranger Things is coming back.
That's what I'm saying. But that's part of it is all these streamers are supposedly going to start charging for churn because the biggest problem is churn. So if you so if you sign up again, you're going to have to pay. But that's
greedy motherfuckers.
Scumbag.
But that's it. It's like, oh, you can start up your account again, but you have to pay like a $25 fee or something like that, to like a one-time fee to reactivate your account.
Do you think anybody in these boardroom meetings when they're presenting these ideas, do you think any of them turn to that motherfucker who made that suggestion and is like, why are you trying to fuck the people? Like,
no. It's all about none of these streaming services are profitable. That's the thing. They're all losing money. But I'm thinking,
well, that's a them problem. Like you,
no, but I get it. But that's why I'm saying I can let all of them go. Like I want to cancel Paramount Plus after the first year because I'm like I'm good. I got a bargain. It was $50 for the first year, which I get it was a new service so that you could pay up front and pay a cheap price. But I said like I'm not going to rewatch all the. Paramount does have a lot of their catalog on there, but I'm like,
oh man.
I'm not going to do it. My sister said I'll pay for the next year because she wanted to keep it. So I was like, okay, we'll do that.
You're also missing an aspect here is the not only just like visual elements, but like you forget sometimes these shows, movies that get put up on these streaming services are then edited in a way that, or re-edited in a way that doesn't really accurately represent the movie, i.e. their soundtracks. So, like, like there's I like the show Roswell, and I thought I knew Roswell, and then my buddy John Poveromo, he was telling me like, yeah, but you don't know Roswell. I was like, what do you mean? I just watched the whole show. He's like, the original soundtrack, for Roswell is a banger, but they took out all that fucking music.
Right, that happens with commercial music a lot.
They did it with Entourage because I was a huge Entourage fan at the time, and I actually own every single season on DVD. And then afterwards, for shits and giggles, I was watching it on HBO Max, and I noticed that there were some differences as far as the music is concerned.
Yeah, because it's a different deal. Because you can, especially in the DVD era, and which is when Entourage was happening, you can set up a deal for it's like, okay, it's going to air and we got a licensing deal for this song for the DVD as well. But now streaming is its own thing. Yeah. So you got to negotiate a new deal. And in a lot of cases, you can't do that. Like one of the big shows that was brought up for a long time as far as not being on DVD and not streaming was the Drew Carey Show. And they just put out a complete series of that a couple months ago. but it's not really complete because there's 4 episodes that were music heavy that are not in the box set because they couldn't get the music licenses. They did a whole Rocky Horror episode that obviously they couldn't license the music because that was Fox, which is now Disney. So it's probably a fortune to license the Rocky Horror catalog for the DVD release.
But
and it's like,
it's crazy to think about all that stuff because then, like, even talking about Disney, they're one of the prime examples of doing it right. Like, hey, we're not going streaming, but Disney spent all the time they've been prepping their streaming platform to get ready to release The Muppet Show.
Right.
Which took years to get through fucking legal loopholes.
Well, that's why I don't.
Dude, the old Muppet shows would cover songs left and right without hitting up anybody, and that was just how the game was played back in the day.
But that's why the first 3 seasons only came out on DVD because the big one
stopped.
Well, the big one was in season 4 was a Mark Hamill was on. They did a whole Star Wars thing.
Yeah.
So then we got a license. We have to license Star Wars from Fox, and we also need a license When You Wish Upon a Star from Disney.
But then by the time that
which was foreshadowing like a motherfucker because you had the Muppets and Luke Skywalker, C-3PO and R2-D2 singing a Disney song. All things which would be under Disney in a couple of years. Jim Henson was ahead of his time, ladies and gentlemen.
But then what was so crazy?
Only one man thought it. And he was right.
Their airing of the Muppet Show is only missing like 2 or 3 episodes. One of which I'm glad is gone. Finding out the history of it, I was like, "That's horrible."
Go ahead." You could say because he doesn't know, and the audience doesn't.
Unfortunately, it came to pass that one of the writers on the Muppet Show was like a crazy pedophile, and
I did hear about this story.
And he hosted an episode, which was very unusual for the writers of the show, and that's one of the missing episodes because his case is just crazy.
Yeah.
And then an Alice in Wonderland episode, but I think that's another music licensing thing because I think that they had used some crazy 60s song because of Alice in Wonderland.
Right. There was something that
there was something. But anything, usually it is related to music. But it's like, you're right. These streaming things are wholly different deals. So I cannot even imagine the crazy loopholes that they had to go through to license some of these songs, because back in the day it must have been so much easier because a lot of these people were still around.
Well, it was a much smaller business too, it was also easier to get people on the phone, and there wasn't as much red tape. Now everything is. But for me, and I pay for almost none of them because we have family plans. My sister has, she signed up for Peacock, and stuff like that. She's kept Paramount Plus going. I'm thinking I don't need to do this. I mean, with taking password sharing out of it, is there any service you guys would actually pay full freight for monthly or annually? Because I don't think there are any I would keep.
It's unfortunate because I have a bunch of them.
Yep.
I definitely have Netflix still. I let Amazon lapse, but it's only when I finish their shows. I'm definitely ending HBO Max, especially after they fucking gutted all the cartoons.
Well, I mean that's what I'm saying. That sucks.
Yeah.
Like Metalocalypse wasn't available on there at all for a while, and I was fine because I get the DVDs. That was the one when I was like, everyone talks about streaming. Tales from the Crypt, never been streaming. Got them on DVD. I'm good. I'm covered.
It probably will be.
Obviously Disney. You said you would hang on to, but I mean
Disney. I'll hang on to just because
Netflix. Is there Netflix stuff like originals that you're like, I can't lose access to these? Netflix has really some stuff.
I'll be honest. Not that I could torrent. Like I can fucking torrent all this bullshit anyway.
I mean,
now.
obviously you can, but that's what I'm saying. Like, given where things are going, where the trend is, I just don't.
But that's the thing is like, I can find all of Stranger Things 1, 2, and 3.
Of course,
downloads.
But we're talking about paying for it. Is it worth paying for? Is it worth paying $25 a month?
So for the sake of argument, I mean, for me, I'm actually keeping HBO Max because I'm more of a movie guy than a TV show guy, and they always have
movies
always have the new stuff. Like there's something that'll be out in theaters, and then a month and a half later it'll come out on HBO
most
Max.
likely they will. Yeah.
Plus, it is also Warner Brothers, and Warner Brothers' catalog of
for
movies
now
has been doing pretty well. Oh, please don't put that out into the universe.
And
I can't deal with any more monopolies.
And I guess it really just fits to my lifestyle. Like I really don't watch a lot of Netflix because I've already seen a lot of the movies that are on there, and I don't think that Netflix original movies or shows are even top quality. They're just not to my liking.
Yeah.
The only reason I have Prime Video is because I do love my Amazon Prime benefits, and it just comes with it. So that's
exactly
the only reason.
That's it.
Yeah, but and I've actually been thinking of getting rid of Disney Plus because I find myself not really using it as much. I don't have any kids to watch any of the stuff.
That's same.
I've already seen The Simpsons a bunch of times already, so I don't need to relive it all over again.
Right.
So it's just all about what I need at the time, and that's why I don't even have Peacock anymore. Like if I was a wrestling fan, I was a diehard wrestling fan, that I would definitely have to keep Peacock, but I don't.
And Netflix now.
Yeah, which is. I've never really been a big wrestling guy ever since I was a little kid, so there's no need for me to have those right now.
Right. I mean, that's frankly, like I said, I could let them all lapse. I watch movies, but just like with the Spotify point, it's like I do watch new movies, but I do find myself going back and getting things. And I would not be above, at these prices. You could rent a movie on any number of services for $3.99. Even if I did that once a week. Am I watching 4 movies I've never seen in a month across all these services? Maybe, but probably not. So that's just where I'm at, because the trend, again, just keeps going up and up, and $20-something a piece for the ad-free version. The ad-supported version is too many fucking ads for me. Yeah. When you're you're tacking on 7 to 10 minutes for every which show. I'm like, it's not, and the interruptions are not timed particularly well either, which is frustrating.
It's awesome. It's not.
So
good.
that's where I'm like, I don't even want. Yeah, I'm like, it's not even. There's not even some flow to it where you can watch something like, if you were streaming a sitcom from back in the day, there were defined commercial breaks.
Correct.
And they could insert them there. But anything made for streaming now, it's just at the most random times that ads pop up, and I'm like. Yeah. The ad supported is a budget, but even then, I'm like, we're still talking about $100 a month when I'm not
watching a drama, and it's getting intense, and I'm really into it, and then all of a sudden, it just comes to this abrupt commercial of Severe moisturizer or something like that.
All right, so we're just under 4 minutes left.
Okay.
I mean,
so what was the game?
So. I just wanted to let everybody know that my show, First Class, Second Place, will be on hiatus for quite some time. I don't know when it will be coming back.
You told us.
Yeah, so I don't know when it will be coming back, but since it won't be coming back anytime soon, there's a segment that I have at the end of it that's gotten really popular.
Okay.
And I would actually like you two gentlemen to play it. So
let's go. Okay. Let's cancel the timer. Can we all just agree this will be the last segment? And we will. All right.
Yeah. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, here we go on my show.
So the runtime is bullshit. They lied to us. Maybe.
All right. So
go ahead. We're your guests.
Yes. So on my show, First Class, Second Place, I have a segment called This or That. What happens is I will ask these people multiple choice questions. There's no right or wrong answers, just what you like best, but just stay with the program. And it's just an opportunity to get to know you gentlemen a little bit more.
Cool.
All right.
Yeah, we never talk about ourselves on the show. So
yeah, we're not ranging narcissists.
Yeah. Let's speak for yourself. I just don't talk about myself. I love myself. I just don't talk about myself.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, are you fellas ready?
Yep.
Sorry, were the answer the options yes or no?
No.
Have we started?
No. We're about to start. I'm going to give you questions.
It was right there. You're sleepy. You're sleepy. That's why. You let that one go right past you. It's okay.
Me?
All right.
Yes.
No, I didn't. I laughed. That was fucking
No,
funny.
I know that. I'm saying someone's got to jump in with the joke.
All right.
Are you ready? What are my choices?
Touche. All right. Mr. Aballo and Mr. Cortez. Playlist.
Latino respect. Sorry. I'm done. I'm sorry. This is why nobody invites me on.
Playlist or
playlist or podcast? You, Mr. Aballo, first.
Playlist. Oh, sorry. There's no elaborating. It's just a quick answer.
If you
Go
want
ahead.
to elaborate, it's fine.
Playlist. Music first.
Yeah, playlist.
All right. Slides or Crocs?
Slides.
Neither.
Okay.
I don't. I mean, no. I'm wearing sneakers today. It's normally boots, but I'm wearing sneakers because I'm an old fuck.
Beach or pool?
Pool.
Dogs or cats?
Dogs.
Are you an early bird or a night owl?
Night owl.
Night owl.
You want to answer the rest of these because it's gonna be.
Wait.
Should we trade? Wait. Okay. Let's make it interesting. Do you mind?
No.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Speaking of taking a hiatus, he's going to take a break right now. So we let's alternate. I'll answer the next one for both of us, and we'll see if I'm right, and then we'll switch off.
Interesting.
Okay. So go ahead.
So you're going to answer for me.
I will. Yes. I'll answer. You let me know if I'm answering correctly.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Cool.
Go ahead.
Instagram or TikTok?
Instagram for both of us.
Yeah.
Okay. You're up.
To give or to receive?
To give.
We're saying that for me too?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Yes, I agree.
Always depends on the context.
Naturally, yeah. I mean, either way,
Yes.
either way, the answer is to give. Put it that way. Whether we're talking about Christmas presents or anal sex, the answer is to give. See, that's what we do here on K.
Yes, I love it. I love it.
Pause.
Stop stealing other people's shit. No copyright strikes.
Get rid of your homophobia.
Wow.
Are you an introvert or an extrovert?
I don't think I can answer this one for both of us.
Wait, who's up? Is it my turn or his?
Your turn.
It is my turn?
Yeah.
I mean, he's an introvert for sure.
Okay.
I'm an introvert with extrovert tendencies. No, I'm a converted extrovert.
Ambivert. A little bit of both.
I didn't know
Is
that.
that's
okay,
what? Wait,
yeah.
what is that?
Ambivert. It's a little bit of both.
And I'm
Yes.
Bi-Vertal.
All
There's
right.
the title.
Now it gets spicy.
That's the episode title.
All right.
All right.
Go ahead.
Batman or Superman?
Shit.
That's not one of the options.
Spider-Man.
Batman or
fuck you.
Superman?
Answer.
Superman. Sorry.
This isn't the end of The Good Son where they're both hanging off the edge of a cliff. And like you have to let one of them go and save the other one.
I love you.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I loved Superman as a kid. Okay. Like I remember the couple of Halloweens where I dressed as Superman. So
Okay.
yeah.
Batman.
All right. Iron Man or Captain America?
Oh, I'm up. That's right. Iron Man. I always thought of myself as being more Steve Rogers, goody two-shoes than Tony Stark, but I've been told by multiple people that I'm much more Tony Stark. So I'm going to go with Iron Man.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with Captain America actually.
Okay. Deadpool or Wolverine?
Wolverine.
Wolverine. I love Deadpool, but
Yeah. Are you glass half empty or glass half full?
Glass half full. So are you.
yeah.
Would you rather be embarrassed or be afraid?
Ooh.
Oh shit.
I mean, they're both temporary. That's a good question.
Both could be incredibly intense depending on the situation.
Both can be crippling too. Wow.
Wait, what was just say it again.
Would you rather be embarrassed or be afraid? Meaning, would you rather get killed or rather shit your pants?
I mean, I'll be embarrassed.
Embarrassed. I think.
Because I know I can.
Well,
I know how to get over both, but I'm gonna say embarrassed because that I can shake off.
I've been afraid, and if it's the afraid I'm thinking of based on a memory.
We're thinking rubber poop monster. Afraid.
Fuck you. No. I'm thinking of
that is a callback.
I'm thinking of true.
To answer the goddamn question, it's late.
Sorry, I'm hey, these are good fucking questions.
Thank you.
I'm thinking. Yeah, he's like, I'm thinking about it, and I don't know. Your brain can't breathe because of that knitted hat. He's very slow to answer.
There was a point in the show where someone said, when Christian quits because of the rage.
It's not this week. No, something's going to happen. There'll be a fallout.
I quit.
We'll probably stage it.
I quit. I quit.
Take this job and shove it. I ain't working here. No. Oh, sorry. Copyright strike.
Let me go write my song alone.
You're embarrassing yourself right now. So
yeah. Here. Are you embarrassed? Okay, that's what he chooses.
Yeah.
Embarrassed.
Embarrassed.
You choose embarrassed, though.
Would you rather be too hot or be too cold?
Cold.
Cold. Yeah.
Would you rather do dishes or laundry?
Laundry.
Yeah, laundry.
Yeah, same.
I'm better at doing laundry than I am at doing dishes.
Same.
That's my
That's
my major flaw.
I've realized as I got older, I don't like certain, especially when you have to clean the sink after you're
It's the whole the washing machine does all the work. Yeah. So I mean, laundry every time.
All right. Do you prefer the window seat or the aisle seat?
We're tall, so we're both conflicted. I know you got to be conflicted. I like kind of being able to stretch out my legs, but I don't like people constantly brushing past me on the aisle. So,
but then
and I try to
am I getting up?
I try to sleep on planes. So
you know what? Window seat.
Yeah, I'm gonna say window. Actually,
I'm an aisle guy because I got to pee a lot. That's just me though. All right. Are you more book smart or street smart?
Book smart.
Book smart.
Okay. Do you prefer
Straight out of Lakewood?
Do you prefer reading or
A smart
writing?
motherfucker named Christian. Sorry, go ahead.
Do you prefer reading or writing?
Ooh. Damn. Push comes to shove, I will say writing. But that's a tough one. That's a tough one.
Yeah, I will go with writing as well, but that's more both than anything.
Gun to my head, I have to say writing.
All right. Would you rather speak every language or play every instrument?
Play every instrument.
Okay.
Jinx!
Man.
Cardio or weights?
Cardio.
Cardio.
All right. Dancing or karaoke?
Dancing.
Karaoke. I'm white. I can't dance.
I don't dance. I'll just pull up my pants and do the rock away. Are you more into drama or more into comedy?
Comedy.
Comedy.
All right. Movie theater or streaming service?
Movie theater.
Stupid question. Ice water or room temperature?
Ice water.
I have to go with ice water, but apparently room temperature is overall better for your body.
You?
Yeah, it doesn't shock your body so much. Same. I've been trying to just run, the cold tap and drink that instead of using refrigerated.
But ice water on a hot day, great, so good.
And then finally, teamwork or solo project?
When you make it to the pearly gates, what would you like to hear God say?
R.I.P. to James Lipton.
You say R.I.P.D. You're tired. I think
No,
you said
R.I.P.
I think you said R.I.P.D. James Lipton. It's okay.
Oh.
I'm not editing it out.
Shout out to Ryan Reynolds.
It's okay. Yeah, or not. Or we can forget it. I completely sorry. I was so focused on
teamwork.
I'm mimicking the inside the actor studio thing that I completely sorry. Teamwork or collaboration.
Teamwork or solo project.
Ooh, fuck.
Because here's the thing, I've made legit solo projects that I love, but then team projects, even when they make me want to pull my fucking hair out, that you've seen.
Yeah.
I love.
Yeah, that's it.
Shit.
I'm a loner by nature, but I do love collaboration.
I'm gonna have to go with team. I think I am, because overall I think I'll make better things with like collaborators.
All right.
I'm gonna go with teamwork. Basically for the same reason. I think you're overall better. You can get more done solo, but I think the work is better.
Ladies and gentlemen, teamwork makes the dream work. That is going to do it for this episode of First Class, Second Place.
Or not.
Jace. No, but that is the segment of this or that.
Intermission.
Thank you
Nice.
very much. Yeah.
I like those questions.
That was
Thank you,
good.
thank you.
Man, those are some thinkers. But I know we fell off from the gimmick, but
This was the most ambiguous this or that I've ever done. But you know what? That makes you guys unique. So this is the Cape version of it. And I love that.
that's
It was
right.
a lot of fun.
Okay, Pat, this or that when we were interview
Between
centric.
your sarcasm and your tiredness, it was awesome.
Yeah.
Shout out to your fuzzy hat.
Sarcasm and Koofy, attorneys at law. Or the worst detective agency you've ever heard of.
Oh my God.
So
so close.
he's not. He's got it covered up.
Yeah.
He ran out of his.
All right. Now I'm gonna give you back your show now.
All right, thanks. No, that was good. I'm happy we did that
Back to him.
because we didn't do. Yeah, we didn't do that when I was. It's been a while since I've been on, and I've never been on solo, so I've never asked those questions. That was good. That was very good. I'm glad we did that. Yeah. That was fun, and we haven't done this or that.
To ask, because is there a favorite question in that list? For you?
Yeah. The would you rather speak every language or play every instrument? The one that always grinds my gears is when I say, "Are you more book smart or street smart?" Because everybody always says both. That is bullshit.
That is
everybody is
bullshit.
not both.
Everybody's not both.
Yeah.
I got news for you. If you say you're both, you're really book smart because you want to be cool and street smart.
Yeah, you want to pretend you're street smart. Because if you're street smart, you say, "Oh, street smart, definitely." Like people say that with their whole chest.
Yeah.
Exactly.
If they're street smart because they know they are, like, man, I'm not book smart. They know it, but people want to seem like they have some kind of edge.
They'll laugh.
Yeah, exactly. Like, oh, I'm both. I read books, but I know how to talk to people. No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. You've watched New Jack City. You haven't lived it.
The
It's
reading
okay.
or writing one fucking stumped me.
That was tough. But again, I have to take it gun to my head. There are no stakes in this thing aside from oh, I love Batman and Superman. I want them both to be okay. They'll be fine. There were no stakes in it.
It's not like that. I'm just overthinking.
What's funny is that I find these. If somebody were asking me these questions, I would just ace it in a minute, less than a minute. I would just go lightning round. But it's funny to see how people really, really have to think and hunker down about it. I didn't realize that I was so introspective when it comes to this shit.
That's why.
For what it's worth, I didn't either. We're both surprised by how introspective you are.
Not bad for a Latino.
Really caught me off guard was the one where it was the fear or embarrassment one.
That's a good question. Who'd you steal that from? I'm kidding. I'm just kidding.
It made me think
that was good. No, there were some thinkers in there where I'm like, damn, that is good. Yeah. But I knew the kind of
right.
A lot of this, I was like, we're going to be same page on this. I know we're both dogs.
We were on the same page for quite a bit.
For a while. And so even the thinkers, we pretty much landed in the same place. The play of instrument wasn't a thinker, but the writing, reading, the introvert. Yeah, extrovert and all that. Yeah.
All right.
Hey, everybody, guess what? First of all, in advance, happy Thanksgiving. This is now Thanksgiving week. That's happening on Thursday. And what does Thanksgiving week mean here in the world of Cape? It means Friday. Who's not going to be here? Jason, more importantly, me. Because next episode of Cape is going to be the third annual, it is annual actually, Black Friday takeover with Christian and Hugo Boy and a guest that is to be announced. So you'll have to check it out. Now, what that means is you're essentially getting Monday's episode, next week's episode, 3 days early. And I even thought about that. I'm like, well, do I make the Black Friday episode the episode of the week or do both? But you know what? You're possibly traveling this week, heading to see family and maybe heading home this weekend. So I thought this is the week to give you 2 episodes and next week, fine. And if you don't listen, maybe you won't listen to this or that one until next week and hey, whatever. But I thought, you know what? Give you 2 in this week because it's the biggest traveling week of the year. So you know what? That's fine. Which means the show will resume. I'm going to let you know right now. I should have had this ready, but I'm ill prepared as usual because it's late. It's not that late. It's more the drive home. So that means December 1st. Oh, no, wait. No, it's not. Sorry. December 8th, the show will return. Monday, December 8th will be the next episode after Black Friday because that is legit the last Friday of the month. And the next Monday is December 1st. So yeah, December 8th, the show will be back. So December 8th, December 15th, and that'll be a wrap for 2025. So thank you guys for coming. Thank you for sticking around, I should say, and doing 2 episodes tonight. This was fun. Even with the gimmick of an hour, we came close. We're going to finish like an hour 10, hour 15.
Honestly, if it wasn't for time constraints on the drive, this could have gone on much longer. But
without a doubt, yeah. Well, we all and
watch
the way we do
in your new storage unit, we'll do it for like 4 hours.
Or if you do it virtually, we'll stay on for hours and hours. That was yet another thing that.
Yeah. But in all honesty, Chris, it's always a pleasure coming on the show. Thank you for always having me on. I always have a blast. So,
dude, thank you for coming on. You've been a big part of it. Just 3 episodes, this year. That's a lot. But
I'm making it, Ma.
All right, everyone's yawning. It's time to go.
Nice. I love you though.
I know you do. Yeah. Stop making fun of me, asshole. Yeah. I know. One of these days, probably not actually.
No.
All right, and that'll do it for this week. I'm looking forward to Cape 248 because I'm not here, and it's always fun to see what these guys cook up. So check that out. Support the show on Patreon. Social media links in the description, whether you're watching or listening, and support the show. $5. It's the only Patreon tier. $5 a month. Get in on some bonus stuff and some other behind the scenes nonsense coming at you. And that does it for Cape 247. So until next time, for Jason Enrique and Christian Cortez, this is Chris Aballo, and this was yet another experiment.